You have a 9.1 pound infant with a fever. I already know I'm going to have to do 9.1 pounds to X kilograms, and I might remember by this point that 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram, and I can multiply both sides by X, and I have 9.1 equals 2.2x divided by 2.2, and my x equals, see, 9.1 divided by 2.2, 4.136. The 36 is repeating. How many kilograms does your infant weigh? And I'm supposed to report your answers rounded to the nearest hundredth. Use unrounded values in all your calculations. So I want to report it to the nearest hundredth, so it's going to be 4.14 kilograms for the baby's weight. And then I'm going to continue to use that 4.136 repeating in my calculations, not the rounded value. Okay, how many milligrams per dose? So I'm looking 80 milligrams per milliliter, but that's not going to help me here because this is kilograms. So let's find another one. 14 milligrams per kilogram per dose. So per dose is good. That means I don't have to divide it by anything once I figure out the milligrams. So we have 4.136 repeating kilograms, and I want to know X milligrams. And then it was 14, well, that's milligrams, so it has to go in the denominator. 14 milligrams per 1 kilogram. Multiply both sides by 14x. My x's go, my 14's go, and I have this 4.136 with the repeating part on it still sitting on my calculator. I need to multiply by 14, and I have 57.90 repeating equals x. And remember, that is in milligrams because that's what my x was when I wrote out the proportion. So when I report this, remember, I need to round it to the nearest hundredth, so it's 57.9090, and I can write out a couple of the repetitions just so I know I need to round to the 0, and the next digit is a 9, so I have to bump it up to 1. So I'll report it as 57.91, but I'm going to continue to use the 57.909090 in my calculations. So I have milligrams now, and I want milliliters. So I have 57.90 milligrams, and I want milliliters. Set up a proportion, and my strength is 80 milligrams per 0.8 milliliters, and that's in the correct order for what I wrote already, so I'll leave it 80 milligrams over 0.8 milliliters. Multiply both sides by 0.8x, and my x's go on the left, my 0.8's go on the right. I need to multiply the 57.9 times 0.8, and I get 46.327, and the 27 parts repeating equals 80x. Divide both sides by 80, and I get 0.5790, etc. equals x. And this is in milliliters. And I also know that I need to round this one to the nearest hundredth, which is going to be the 7. The next digit's a 9, so it's 5 or greater, so I bump up the 7. So it'll be 0.58 milliliters per dose.